So let's first define market. What is a market? A market for a particular good or service is made up of the total number of customers and potential customers, as well as sellers for that particular good or service. It can be measured by the total number of sales or by the value of the sales for that good or service by all suppliers of that particular good or service. These can be either mass market or niche market. Mass market is where there is a very large number of sales of a product, while niche market is a small, usually specialized segment of a much larger market. Okay, so mass market has advantages and disadvantages. For the advantages, the sales of this market are very large, benefit from economies of scale, risks can be spread, and opportunities for growth of the business. Now, for for the disadvantages of mass market, we have high levels of competition, high costs of advertising, and may not meet the specific needs of all customers. Niche market also has advantages. Avoid competition, the needs of customers can be focused. And for the disadvantages, we have the limited number of sales, and however, it's no longer in demand. Okay. Now, we also will take and discuss market segments. A market segment is an identifiable subgroup of a whole market in which consumers have similar characteristics or preferences. Now, segmenting a market can help a business to make marketing expenditure cost effective by producing only one targeting, and it must closely meet the needs of customers. Segmenting also will see businesses enjoy higher sales and profits for the business because of cost-effective marketing. Using market segment to sell more products. By using it, businesses may find out the different segments in a market, and a business can sometimes identify a segment whose needs are not being met. Okay, there are ways of segmenting a market. We have by socio-economic group. It's found on page 138 of your textbook. By age, by region or location, by gender, and by the use of product or by lifestyle. When we say by socio-economic group, we refer to the income group. Some consumers or customers are maybe earning high, like managers, and some are production workers or staff, and of course those who are not employed are expected to be the ones that fall down in this group. Now, by age we refer to like kids, products for babies. We may segment or group our products. Businesses may group their products in this manner. Okay, for example, jeans. There are jeans for adults, for male, for female, and by age is producing jeans like kids, jeans for kids and for younger children and for bigger adults. Okay, by region or location, we mean like for example, in a country where hot weather is felt or experienced, t-shirts, for example, will be produced in a different manner. Okay, for example, in a hot region like Saudi Arabia, we may be selling materials like cotton here, but in cold places like Switzerland, t-shirts like this will not be really saleable. Okay, Now, we also have by gender. I mentioned earlier, jeans for male and jeans for female. Some men do not buy perfume, and for shaver or razor, mostly men buy these products. Okay, by use of product, it depends on how the products are used. For example, cars can be used by consumers for domestic use or for business use. The advertising media and promotion method used will differ. Cars for business use may be advertised by sending brochures out to businesses, whereas cars for domestic use may be advertised on TV. These cars may be the same models, but they will be marketed in a different way. By lifestyle, we refer to the interests of a person, or businesses can aim their products at people who enjoy different lifestyles. For example, a single person earning the same income as a married person with 3 children will spend that income differently, buying different products. Okay, so we have, though, the advantages of market segmentation. Market segmentation makes marketing cost effective as it only targets a specific segment and meets their needs. The above leads to higher sales and profitability and increasing opportunities to increase sales. Let's take a case study which is found on page 139 of your textbook. This is an example of the soap, okay? How the market for soap may be segmented. We will consider the different types of soap and and the characteristic of the market segment. Now let's see. We have here baby soap, beauty soap, medicated soap, non-branded soap. Okay. Now all of these are marketed differently. Consider the beauty soap. People who buy beauty soap will be people who want to keep their skin soft. Baby soap, this is mild soap which will not harm a baby's skin, bought mainly by mothers for their babies. Medicated soap, sometimes soap is sold to help fight acne. Mostly teenagers buy these types of soap. Non-branded soap, this is a low-price product which is plain soap with no extra perfume. This will probably be bought by people in low incomes. Now, which type of soap will each person use? I'm gonna give you a task in activity 10.4. You're gonna, one time when mom goes to the supermarket, tag along, go with them, and try to visit the supermarket only for this purpose, to carry out this activity. What will you be doing? You're gonna A, list down the different brands of soap sold in your local shops, and B, which segments of the market are each of these brands of soap aimed at. Okay, let's take this challenge. Let's write them down, and when you're ready with it, take a screenshot and send to my Discord to our Discord account group, but by direct messaging or in my WhatsApp account. Okay? Now we have which methods of segmentation should be used. Right here we have different businesses will segment markets in different ways. A business that runs a number of gymnasiums is likely to use consumers' lifestyles as a way of segmenting the market. Okay, a health and beauty product business is more likely to use gender as the most important way of segmenting its market. In contrast, a jewelry maker will segment the market into designs affordable to consumers with different income levels. The factors a business will consider before choosing an appropriate method of segmentation include detailed analysis of the market and the size of its potential segment in terms of consumers. Okay? Next is the reputation image and brand image. A high-tech business with an excellent reputation for innovation will not want to produce low-priced goods for low-income consumers. The third and the last one is the cost of entering each segment. For example, with a specially designed product and advertising campaign. Alright? Now let's take, for example, another activity here, activity 10.5, and it's about Toyota cars. Toyota produced different kinds of cars, and here are some of them. They produce sports cars, family car, hybrid car, and 4x4 SUV. Now, Toyota produces a range of cars aimed at different market segments. It even owns a separate company called Lexus, whose cars are aimed at a particular market segment. Now, first we have to look at the photographs of the Toyota range of cars and identify what characteristics the consumers of these models are likely to have. The characteristics you identify might include income or the socio-economic group, age, gender, use of the product, or lifestyle. Now, for letter B, activity is to explain the benefits of Toyota of producing a large range of cars aimed at different market segments. Now, for letter A, your answers will vary. You will have different opinions and manner by which you will have to identify the characteristics the consumers of these models are likely to have. So, for letter A, there may be similar answers, but it's better to write them down and show me your answers. Send them to me together with your answer for letter B. However, for letter B, we have a guide answer here. A wider product range meets the needs of wider range of market segments and so increases sale. Now, I want to hear from you about your opinion for here for the benefits of Toyota of producing a large range of cars aimed at different market segments. Okay. Now, let us try to go to the revision illustration of the revision summary on page 141 of your textbook. We have agreed in the past that we must write our revision summary in our copybook. Why? Because it will be a form of your revision for you to get used to the terminology, the definition, and how to present the topic discussed yourself. So you'll be a presenter in your own little way so that you will get used to presenting topics when time is called upon. Okay, so now let's go to the International Business and Focus. In the past, I have been presenting International Business in Focus, reading the case, and answering discussion points with you. This time for Chapter 10, I want you to answer the discussion points. Again, you'll have to write your answers in your copybook and send me your answers. Now, the reason why is because for you to get used to answering and presenting discussion points like a pro. Okay? Now we go to the exam style questions on page 142 of your textbook. Let's take up the first one. If you will notice, exam style questions come in similar format. First, you're given the case study here. And then you give, for question A, you're going to define, selected the term, business term. Letter B, you're going to give or identify 2 reasons for something. Letter C, outline 2 reasons for something. Explaining 2 ways, benefits, advantages, something like this. And the last one will be your opinion. Do you think? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now, the reason why we're giving you the book is giving you the exam style questions because for you to get used to these types of questions. And in your IG, when you sit with your IG in business, you will be getting used to this type of how to approach these types of questions. Now for this particular chapter, let's take number 1. Okay, now that I want you to read the case, and I'm giving you like 2-3 minutes to do so, and we shall go to the questions and answers. Okay. Granting that you're done reading your problem, your case, let us take the first question, which is define consumers. We have defined consumers in our past slides, right? So all you have to do is just write down the meaning of the term consumers. It's either you'll take it word for word based on the lesson, how you understood it, and just be sure that your IG examiner will be satisfied with your definition. Okay, so we have the definition here as an example, as a guide. Basic need. to eat healthy eating. Okay, now let's see. I think we have here a different guide answer. So we will have to define consumers based on our past slides and identify 2 reasons why the price of coffee might be falling. Outline 2 reasons why supermarkets are demanding more fruit. Explain 2 ways the directors of DNF Limited could respond to increased competition from farms, which are switching from growing vegetables to growing fruit. Do you think DNF Limited should stop producing coffee and grow more fruits instead? Okay, so here we have basic need to eat and healthy eating is not the answer to consumers. I think we have clipped the wrong definition here, but we have the definition. Okay, so all you have to do is copy the correct consumer's definition from your book or from the past slides. Now, we have here letter B, identify 2 reasons why the price of coffee might be falling. Coffee might be falling because there may be increased supply of coffee or falling demand. People are not like patronizing coffee anymore. That's why the sales is going down. For letter C question, outline 2 reasons why supermarkets are demanding more fruit. Okay. You're asked for 2 reasons, but you have your 3 reasons. Now, you may choose from among these 3. Okay, for letter D, we have explained 2 ways the directors of DNF Limited could respond to increased competition from farms, okay, which are switching from growing vegetables to growing fruit. You're given 3 reasons here, and go over these 3 reasons, and you're gonna have your guide as answers to the question in letter D. For letter E, you are supposed to give your opinion. Do you think the directors of TGH were right to target a niche market, or should they just sell sports shoes to a mass market? We have here, do you think the directors, okay, 1 minute. We have here yes and no. If your answer is yes, the reason is here because blah blah blah, and no, and this is the reason. Okay, go over these slides, and later on you may compare this guide to your answers. Now, for exam style 2, which is found in your book, I have presented here the case, all right, and the questions. However, I will leave the answers to you, okay, for you to practice, okay, answering on your own. Send your answers to me, and I'm gonna leave my comment regarding your comment about your answers, okay? Now, in your booklet, let's take the booklet. You are given 10 questions in the booklet, chapter 10, revision booklet. Okay, you will notice that this question requires 3 marks because it says give 3 examples. So one example will be marked 1, will be given 1 or assigned 1 mark. Okay, now we have here number 2, identify 4 roles of marketing, 4 marks. That means 1 mark for every role. Number 3 is state 5 objectives. 5 here, 5 marks, 1 mark for every objective. Give 4 reasons why consumer spending patterns change. You have here 2 marks. That means 0.5 mark for every reason. Identify number 5. Identify 4 ways a business can remain competitive. So you have 4 marks, 1 mark for every way. What is meant by a market? So we have defined it in one of our slides, so it's easier for us to answer it. However, you are given 2 marks here. When you give the definition for the word market, you have to either explain what it is about or give an example to it. All right. Number 7 is difference between niche market and mass market. But you have 4 marks here. You have to define it, and for each one of them, one definition is like 1-2 marks already. But you need to get to earn 4 marks. So how will you earn it? You have to give an example for each at least, or explain further. Now, describe using your own examples. Okay, with your own example, what's meant by market segments, and explain their importance to the process of marketing. Now, we have market segments. Give your example and explain their importance to the process of marketing. So you may give two. Okay, give two market segments, an example for each, and import their importance. That gives you 6 marks. If you want to give more, you may do so, and but it's not a guarantee that your marks will be increased. Okay, 6 is 6. If it's assigned 6 marks, it's 6 marks. Okay, number 9. How could the market for furniture and breakfast cereal be segmented? Again, here you will see that we have 6 marks for this item. You have 2 items here, furniture and breakfast cereal. So for each item, we're gonna think of a way. Why is 3 marks assigned to furniture? First, you have give 3 ways perhaps on how it can be segmented. Okay, and for breakfast cereals, also 3 ways on how it could be segmented. And lastly, we have market gap. Okay, for the market gap, we failed to have our slides for this, but let us go to the answer given here. Market gap refers to some customers in a market who are not having their needs satisfied. So we have the term market gap. Now let's go to the multiple choice questions in chapter 10 from the booklet again. Which of these are the following? Which of the following are reasons why? Oh, this is number 5. Let's go to number 1. Which of this is not a function of the marketing department? Okay, so we have here number 1. Let's mark it. Just get the highlighter down here and start highlighting our answer so you can get back to it. 1 is number 4, make the products, because it's not the work of the marketing department to produce. It's for the production department to do production of goods. Okay. Number 2, which one of the following is the best definition of marketing? The best choice here is number 4. Okay, using market knowledge to assess what products will best meet customer requirements. And for number 3, one claimed benefit, just one benefit for a business if it increases customer loyalty, is the business will never have to advertise again because the customers keep coming in. No need for advertisements. If there is a need, like perhaps for new products only. Number 4 is which one of the following is a way of helping to maintain consumer loyalty? And we have number 1 is the answer, to establish relationship with the consumers which give them confidence about the products. Okay, let's go to number 5. Which of the following are reasons why consumer spending patterns in a country, okay, might change over time? So you are given these items. 1, 2, 3, 4. But your choices are here. 1, 2, 3, 4 down. So for number 1, the answer is choice 1, 2, and 2 only. Let's see. Which of the following reasons why consumer spending patterns in the country might change over time? So aging is there in our reason. Okay. Aging, so let's check. 1 here, there's 1 here, there's no 1 in number 2. All of them, there's 1, and for 4, there's 1 there also. Here, you see it, right? Okay, now we will eliminate number 2. Okay. Now for let's see, higher consumer incomes. Okay, which of the following are reasons why consumer spending patterns in a country might change over time? We have this also in our reasons in the past slides and in your textbook. Now we have 2 to be considered here in number 1 choice. Number 2, we have the second choice there, but we eliminated 2 already because it doesn't have 1, aging population. So let's go to 3, all of them. Still we have 2 here, and 4 we also have. We don't have 2 here, but let's wait. If we have 1 here, we can consider it. So we have still, we don't have 2 here in number 4, so we eliminate number 4. So what's left with us is 1 and 3. Okay, now let's see. The third is new products. Maybe there will be new products. I think it's not stated in our reason, new products, right? Why consumer spending pattern in a country might change over time. We don't have it. So if there is a choice of 3 here, then it's out. We have in all of them 3 is there. So we have eliminated 2, 3, and 4. So our answer left is 1. Okay. Let's check the fourth reason, increased immigration. Okay. Increased immigration is like the consumer spending pattern in a country might change over time. If there's increased immigration, there will be increase in population. Items or goods or products will be sold in cheaper prices. So it may be considered that the consumer spending patterns will be changed because products are being sold in cheaper prices. Okay, so our answer is here, number 1. For number 6, we have which one of the following is most likely response of business to an increase in competition. Okay, we have to develop different products for a change to be different from our competitors. Number 7, we have one of the claimed benefits of niche marketing is number 4, there will be no competitors selling into the same part of the market. Do you think so? Let's analyze. One of the claimed benefits of niche marketing is it leads to high levels of output. There's no need to increase your output because there's a small market only. Number 2, marketing can be focused on a distinct part of the market. So I guess this is to be considered. Number 3, consumer demand will always remain high. Cannot be because you are only dealing with a small market. And number 4, there will be no competitors selling in the same part of the market. There might be, okay, competitors around also who have chosen to sell, like for example Chinese products. One businessman will sell only to Chinese in this place and in another place, or Korean products, those who patronize Korean products, or they want to serve the Korean population, for example in Riyadh. So they have this niche marketing. So I guess number 4 is out. Let's see, so you won't be confused. And our answer is number 2. Okay, let's go to question 8. A business sold 20,000 units last year. The size of the market was 80,000 units. Okay, where are we? The percentage of the market share did the businesses have? Okay, we have 20,000 over 80,000. That's like 1/4. Yeah, 1/4 is how many percent? It is 0.2 here. So we have 20%. Or no, it should be 25%, 1/4, right? So we have our answer, number 2. Okay, let's go to the next item, which is here, number 2. Number 8 is number 2. Number 9, total market sales of a product have been 1 million units per year for the last 2 years. One firm's sales have changed from 300,000 units to 350,000 units over these 2 years. Which of the following statements about the firm's market share is true? Okay, the firm's market share has not changed. It's not true. It has changed from 300,000 units to 350,000 units. Okay, so 1 is out. Let's go to number 2. The firm's market share has risen by 5%. Okay, the increase here is 50,000. 50,000 is 5% of 1 million, right? So I guess the right answer is number 2. We don't deal with 3 and 4 anymore. Number 10, the definition of a market segment is, according to our definition, a section of the market made up of consumers with similar needs and characteristics. Okay, so let's go to question 11. Which of the following is an example of market segmentation? Here we have in number 1 the separation of the products based on, or the segmentation into male, female, and different age groups. So this is an example of market segmentation. We go to number 12. One possible disadvantage of market segmentation is that, so we have a disadvantage here, advertising costs may be high as different campaigns may be needed for different groups of consumers. Okay, let's go to 13th question. Which of the following ways would not be used to segment the market for soft drinks? Which item here shouldn't be used for segmentation? The age, the lifestyle, not be used, huh? Okay, let's take the age first. Age should not be used to segment the market for soft drinks. Should we separate the age of consumers when we consider our product? Okay. Age may be used for segmentation. Let's see. Number 2, the lifestyle. We should use this because we have people who are health conscious. So we must use the lifestyle. Why? Because some might be conscious that they want like low carbon, low sugar, no sugar, zero diet. Okay, zero diet Pepsi or diet Coke. So definitely 2 is out. Number 3, income group of consumers. We don't change the price of our soft drinks. So there's no need to separate. The price paid by a manager for a can of Coke is the same as the price paid by a low-income earner to buy a can of Coke. Consumers and non-consumers. Okay, we have 2. So definitely 2 and 3 are out. Consumers and non-consumers already there is no need, because definitely non-consumers, we don't put them into the picture, because whether she or he is a consumer, okay, it won't matter because she's not buying anyway, right? So for number 4, we have here we should consider this as we should not consider this as our segment for marketing soft drinks. Not. But age, we should use it for the age of our consumers. What do you think? Do you think so? Or should we have second thoughts on this question? Which of the following ways would not be used to segment the market for soft drinks? Should we look into the age of consumers? Should we consider, like here in this locality, in this town, we have many in this particular area, we have children, and buying Coke maybe or Pepsi, we should not sell much in this area because we won't be earning much from this area. Okay, in places like where we have schools operating, okay, soft drinks will not be saleable. Okay, so it's a factor to consider when you consider segmenting your soft drinks. Okay, by age, it will not be the same. Okay, now let's see. So consumer and non-consumers for number 13, number 4. Let's see number 14. Which of the following is a likely advantage of segmenting the market for magazines? We have here number 14. Advertising of the magazines will be directed towards the right consumers. Okay, we have considered this answer. Now, I have given you 2 websites, links, okay, for you to enrich or enhance your learning for this particular chapter 10, about marketing, competition, and our customers. Like we have here, as you see, marketing, competition, and the customer. We also have flashcards here, and we have questions to consider, and happy flipping with this part of the activity. Now let's have a reminder to what you're supposed to do after having this video presentation. You have to answer International Business in Focus on page 141 and the discussion points. Okay, for letter B, exam style question number 2 on page 142. And do you remember our activity? Activity number 10. No, it's I think 4. Yeah, it's 10-4. Yes. List the different brands of soap sold in your local shops. Okay, don't forget that one. And we also have all this written in your copybook. Send me a screenshot of it in Discord or WhatsApp. Okay, will do. Next video presentation will be chapter 11. The pages are here, including the booklet. Okay, so thank you once again for being with me with this video presentation, and I hope you'll be enjoying other virtual learning programs with other subjects. Be safe, be healthy, and bye for now.